Okay, and we're live. I have the J and the Willy. The Willy's just sorting out his stuff. Yeah, so this is gonna be a quick live. I'm just gonna go through how to do the wheelbase scaling and stuffs. So as you can see, this car is not the correct size. Bro, look how small it is. Like I can't even like get close enough to it to see the but anyway. So what we'll do is, I don't know if it has suspension nodes and stuff, but first thing is I'm just going to unpack it so that I have the 3D model file. I guess you can watch so that you can learn for future reference. And then, because it doesn't matter what size it is, whether it's bigger or smaller, we accept
size
all
always
sizes
matters.
here.
Has to be big, not has to be big.
We're like a plastic surgeon. Doesn't matter if it's big or small. We can fix it so that it's just the right size.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so obviously this is fairly big. Okay, so you want to make sure that the car, is somewhat straight. You see this dummy here is like at an angle. So
Yeah.
that doesn't really matter at the moment. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. So what I'll do, I'm going to export this. Okay, so I don't actually need to. So everything looks fairly okay. If the model was like all messed up, like, the angles and stuff, you'd want to correct that. But seeing as it's fine for now, I'll go into on here where the car is, and I'll say analyze, and it'll always give you this option if it doesn't have it, the suspension nodes. This is just so that you don't have to create all of them yourself, so that they're not too complicated, because you need to have them at the correct angle and stuff. So now that I've added the suspension nodes, I can then go and unpack it again. Because you're going to have to connect the wheels to the, dummy node things, that thing that I showed you how to do once upon a time. JJ?
What?
Oh,
Sorry. Got
uh,
stuck for a second there and there was a gap.
okay. No, I was just saying we have to connect the wheels up and stuff so that it actually works. But if you look at this now,
Yeah.
our suspension dummies are here. But look how big
You
they
have to.
are compared to the car. So I'm just gonna scale everything up except these. Just so that it looks a bit better for me, because I know the car needs to be, a decent amount bigger.
Grown. It needs to be grown.
Okay, so instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is, okay, I'll just keep it simple so people don't have to worry. So you'll have each wheel separated. If the wheels aren't separated, you'd have to separate them yourself. But now basically what I'm going to do is I need to choose a center point on here.
Yeah.
So that would be like there. And if I press, let me just get this up. Screencast. Okay, cool. I would select a piece that has like a center, find
Yeah.
the center, and press Shift S
Yeah.
and cursor to selected. Because you want to put your cursor now in
I
line with
goofed this up
that.
first. I remember that.
Yes. So now we're doing suspension or wheel left front. So I'll go a left and I can do Shift S on that and say selection to cursor. Now I can just move this over a bit so that it's in the center of the wheel. If I press Shift Z, I can see, the wire, and I can just put it somewhat in the center. So you see that's like there. What you're gonna want to do now, okay, yeah, that's fine. So you'll press Shift D and duplicate it, and then there will be wheel Aleph. Right, so you've got your wheel and suspension both for the front. Your one that's on this side here is going to be at the same place but on the opposite side. So your suspension left front, I can now go, cursor to selected because that's that new point in the middle of the tire. And if I go to the right front and I say selection to cursor, I can just make this negative on the x-axis. So it goes to the other side now. So you see, because the car should be square and centered.
Yeah.
Duplicate that one. Wheel RF. Now, obviously the back is going to be a similar procedure. I'm going to select a piece. If you look at it, because these are decent models, this little dot here is the
Mm.
object's origin. So like you see, if I select here, these origins are not the same. So this is going to rotate differently to like this if the origins are off. Are these actually off? I hope I didn't make a
And
whole,
the wobble up, dub.
because the thing is, that's the thing, it'll make it wobble. So we can test the front quickly. So I'll select the wheel pieces and I'm going to parent them to wheel left front. So if I do Control P, keep transform, now I can see if I've messed it up. Does that look like it's oblong? The wheel's not right. Like the actual tire, check.
Like,
But it's just the tire.
yeah.
So if I take the tire and I say selection to cursor, it moved a little bit. There, the tire's fine now. Because what I did is I told the thing, make the tire, you know, connected, or, you know, you're moving it to the position of the center of this tire, yeah, of the rim. So I know that's sorted. And what I usually do to do
Yeah.
this is I will take one tire and just duplicate it. So like I would delete these because obviously I fixed one of the tires to be working now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what I would do is you can leave the dummies there, but I'll take this. Obviously, let's just see. I'm gonna hide the objects that are parented. So it's just this drum also needs to be parented. Okay, and if I hide that, that's the whole front piece that's connected to wheel Aleph. So once this is selected, now I need to, if I want to duplicate this, I can select everything in here and say Shift D, and I can just move it somewhere. And if I now rotate this extra one, you know, 180, so now it's facing the correct way, I can
Yeah.
select this one here, this wheel RF, Shift S, cursor to selected, because now you're putting your base point, and I can move the selection to cursor. And now I'll just move the parenting over to the correct one. And then I can delete that copy. So now it's parented to, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense.
It do make sense. It do make sense.
So now these here, I just want to check. They are the kind of the same wheel. So what I could do is I could basically delete all of these. So if I take these two here, just to make my life easier, select all of this, right? Shift D to duplicate.
Yeah.
And now I'll take these two here and I can just move them back so that they're in the correct position. I'll show you, it doesn't even matter. I'll put it like here, right? And then what I'll do is I'm going to delete these because these I don't want. I want to use those ones there. I can even just take these here and rename them. So this would be left rear. And then this one here would be rear rear. Right rear. Rear rear. This dumbass. Okay, so, and then just to make everything consistent, I'm going to take the wheel position. So cursor to selected. And I'm going to make the suspension that's connected to that. Selection to cursor. And this one. Cursor to selected. Selection to cursor. Because the position of these wheels don't matter in the 3D model if you align to data. So like now it'll look like this. And it'll look like super weird. So if I
Yeah.
do export FBX, I'm not going to scale it down. Oh wait, that might just mess everything up. So what I could do is to normalize it and to make everything, because look how big these nodes are. I can select all of these wheel things, and if I do Control A and I say scale, okay, wait, that didn't actually work. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to export it like this. We'll just see how it goes because people are probably just going to export it like this. So I'm going to leave it at One, because I think you didn't bring the size down enough. Oh, wait, you brought the size down way too much.
No, I tried to. Yeah, because one's too big, I think.
But it doesn't matter. I'm just going to do this, and then I'll show you how I get it to be correct. Because it doesn't matter. Once you've got the wheels connected, to the dummies, and the
Yeah,
wheels work in game, in theory, the way I see it is I will then, in the data, tell the car and set, the data to be the correct wheelbase. And you see the wheels will be like far out from the 3D model. You then unpack it in that state, and then just scale the 3D model to match what the correct wheelbase is.
okay.
But yeah, we'll wait for it to open. This is quite a high quality model, so it will take
I'm not gonna
a
lie, I
while.
thought it was like lagged.
Hey,
I
oh wait,
do
what's
all
up,
that
dude?
lagging. Hello?
See
Wait,
Wade's message in the chat,
which chat?
the
Where?
YouTube chat.
Oh,
I left my
mm,
monster in the deep freeze, but I don't know if I open it if it's gonna explode.
it shouldn't. How frozen
Famous
is it?
last words. Sorry, how frozen? There's no arse in it.
Oh, then it should be fine.
It should be. I'll get Rachel to open it. Love,
Sacrificial
don't spray
lamb.
all the cat. Don't let no Rolo can't open it. This thing is taking long to open. I remember it took quite long on your PC as well.
Yeah.
But like this model's pretty decent. This 3D model.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good looking. Especially when you load in the what showroom.
See if I hide the glass. Okay, no. But yeah, like it has a decent interior. A canopy, which you can open. I'll take it now. Thank you very much. Thank you. Jesus, this is actually taking long. I apologize, Willie. How you doing, dude?
No, it's fine. I'm good, and you guys?
Nah, we're good, we're good. Jaden, okay, and it
Yes,
loaded now. You see, you just had to speak, bruh. It literally
yes,
loaded now.
he lives.
Have you understood
You
what
should
I've
actually
done
ask
so
Wade.
far?
Yeah, I normally do this,
So
so
this is
yeah,
the
I
normal
understood.
standard stuff. I'm just trying to show Jay and anyone that will watch this video in the future. Because watch, I'll show them how
You
to
should
do
actually ask
wheelbase.
Wade.
Yes.
You should actually ask Wade when is he importing East in the sun,
Yes. No, that would be... Okay, cool. I've
because
saved
he is.
it. This is the part where you would actually need to see. The rest of it is all just
Yeah.
fluff. Okay, so the car's a bit big.
Yes,
So now if I say align wheels with data, the wheels are probably so tiny.
You can't even see it.
There. Okay, so this is that thing that Wade said. Like, okay, so he showed me to do this. I'm gonna have to do this rotation and scale thing. I need to scale the nodes down, not the wheels. So what I'm gonna do is I'll take all of this and I hide it. And no, I don't want to move stuff. I want to hide it. I'm going to, so this should just be this. I need to unparent everything. So that should be everything. So if I do Alt P and I unparent and keep transform, I need to scale these things down. I'm gonna have to do them. So if I scale this down,
Bro.
it needs to be somewhat what a wheel would be. Because that's the problem now, is that, because how do I, the 3D model is just that small, but anyway. I'm just trying to figure out what would be the best way to fix this.
So what I normally do is, I would use an old one. Check the size of that one.
No, so what I mean
Like
is
maybe another
obviously
model.
when I align wheels with data, it makes the wheels tiny.
Oh,
So I think actually what I
that's what I'm
must
saying.
what I must
That's
do
actually
is
what I'm
when I
saying. When I
export it,
maybe
I must actually export it at like 0.1. So not as small as Jaded.
Wait. You see by
Yeah,
apply
yeah, yeah.
settings,
I'm not
But
that
it
Jojo?
small.
says all local. And
Uh,
where it says all local, man, just tick on that one,
uh,
on the down arrow, next
um,
to apply settings.
oh, okay,
Under that
yes.
where you set the scale, yes, and set it to unit scale.
Okay, and then what must I set this to?
Let me just double check. I'm now gonna tell you. I
Well,
need to
I'll
check my
try
drive.
this. It does, I can always rescale it. The problem is just the nodes are too big for the wheels, which messes it
So
up.
what I Yeah, so what I do is I set that net to unit scale, then I leave my scale on 1.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's all I change. I don't change like the unit scale and stuff like that. I leave it on 1, then I set it as unit scale. Then it doesn't resize the car.
Yeah, so
So that's all.
okay. What I'll do is I'll show you quickly if I just I mean I'll just do it and I'll fix it as is. I'll show you quickly.
Yeah.
I'll open this and just see from here. But technically if we align wheels with data, you see how small the wheels go?
Yeah, understand, yes.
But if I
It's way
now
too
I'm just
small.
gonna update model, right? Uh watch, I'll show you how everything can be fixed. Okay, let's unpack. This is now a challenge to me because look how bad it is. Actually, another thing before unpacking, the car.ini must have 0 um, pitch, graphics pitch, because I've set the car flat on the ground.
Okay.
Otherwise, you start messing with random things. Okay, so now unpack. Okay, let's go. It'll be done eventually.
It's a high-end model. It's
Yeah,
a
no,
high-end
this
model.
model's like something else, dude. Okay, so no, that's not that.
I've worked with a few, so it's fine.
There's this one model I have where like I literally like it was like a Cybertruck and it took like half an hour to like so if you look, yeah, look how small the wheels are. But
Yeah.
anyway, this is the wheelbase that I've got set in the game, right?
Mm.
So if I actually so I need to scale everything else down to match these. So I'll select everything
The wheel
except
size.
these. Um, jeez. So this is how I would do it. Actually, I'll just move it straight down. Because we know that we've set it to the previous 1400 wheelbase. So if you want to basically match these lines
Okay.
up in the center of the car, if that makes sense. So you see there, this line
Mm.
here is in the center there, and this line here is in the center of your wheel arch. So if that's the case, that would mean that your wheelbase would be technically correct. I can just now rescale these up. How big do you think they were? Well, it'll be 10. It'll be 10 on the dot because things got messed up. So if I just copy that, let's do this quickly. I can always adjust it after the fact. Okay. Now I can set that position, location, orientation thing. But like, look how off-center it is. The whole car is like off-center. Okay, so if I select all of these, Control A, scale. Oh, that's the wrong one. Control A, scale. Now they're set to 1 at this point. But like, you see, there's still so... I almost feel like I need to make the 3D model bigger, not the... Because the axis
Wheels.
are the correct scale. It's just the 3D model within it that's like really bad. Okay, it's definitely not that. Because if I just do one wheel, I can do that thing where you just copy all the... I'm pretty sure that's what the figure will be. Let's see if
That
this
thing looked
model's
like
good
a
enough.
Mm.
This is when you have like really high quality models that all use the same like ratios of like stuff. Check that. So now the dummy is still the same size, but the 3D model itself has been corrected, if that makes sense.
Mm.
I'm too lazy to just do the copy replace thing. I didn't. This car is actually a problem, Jay. What did you do to it?
Yeah, I didn't do nothing. It just I saw it like that, officer.
But now you can also see the
Oh, my
drums through
parents.
the wheels.
From my parents. Sorry?
You can actually see the drums through the wheels. Like the
Yes, so
brakes.
I'll have to fix that now.
Adjust.
I cry every day. Okay. Okay, and then I think it's just one more. Jeez, I didn't realize this car would be such a problem. But it looks so good. Okay, last one. Now, what I'll do is, to get this over... See, everything is kind of off. So if I
Yeah.
move this over...
Okay.
Okay, so I'd want this just behind here. I'd have to copy the X position. Okay. The next thing... Gosh, this is actually a problem. What else is there? That's the rim. Is the rim and the tire at least okay? That looks fine.
At least that's fine.
Okay, so it's just these two. I'm gonna move them. What if I move them the same amount? Nope, it's not even the same amount. Because this has
What
to
does it
like
mean?
poke through. Okay. This one is rim bolt. So rim bolt left. Rim bolt with a negative. And then rim bolt. So those should be fine. Is this one going to be the same?
Yeah. Looks like it.
I think it is. So this is rim cap. Rim cap. Okay, rim cap, and then rim cap. Okay, so now we're at a point where you would be able to work with the car. Okay, so I need to select everything except... Are the
Wheel.
suspensions also off? No, the suspension's fine. I need to select everything except the suspensions because this car needs to move over now. I don't know how it got off center. Because that's obviously another thing. Otherwise, you have to do that suspension graphics offset thing in the suspension file to like correct the wheels position if your 3D model's off. Okay, there. So now center and the wheels should be centered on the car. Okay, I want to move these up and set their location. So okay, Control A, location. Wait, no, I probably shouldn't do that. Okay, never mind. We should be able to export it now, and it should be the correct wheelbase. But do you see what you do? You'll scale. So normally, what I would do is I would just take like the wheel Aleph and RF. So say like,
Okay.
let's just, I'm gonna do it just for, I'll export it and I'll show you what the car would look like if you had it done correctly. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, so say your car was like, let me just take these out. Because obviously, if you do that wheelbase thing and you make it correct, your car will it'll kind of look like this, right?
Mm.
You know, say you set in
Yeah.
this is the correct wheelbase and you need to get the car to now be big enough to match that. What I would do is I would take one here and one here and press Shift D to duplicate. So you have that extra. Select everything but those two that you duplicated, because you know those are your main points. And you can scale all of this up now. Because now you're not changing the size of the wheels, you're changing the size of the entire model, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then now you can do that thing on these wheels, the Control A scale, to set it back to 0 or 1. So do like that. So now the car matches the correct wheelbase. And when you save it, obviously it'll move these wheels back when you align with data.
Mm.
Does that make
But
sense?
for now, you are working on the old Datsun model. It's wheelbase.
Oh, so yeah, so I've set it to the old Datsuns, which I think is correct. I didn't check it in case it's wrong so we can fix it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because I actually wanted to check how you set it up when you maybe create a
Yes.
new car.
So
It's
now
not
that I've
in
got
game.
the car kinda what I think it should be, you can now confirm with the data if it's like 100% correct. So what I'll do now, so I'll do Sun 1400 wheelbase, and because obviously you need the center of gravity location as well,
Yes.
because that's the biggest most important thing. So your inertia obviously controls how the car moves around, rotating x y z axis, pitch, yaw, roll,
Okay.
but your wheelbase is obviously how, you know, the wheelbase of the car. So a longer car drifts different to a shorter car, and
Yeah.
turning radius, etc., etc. And your CG location is your weight. So if a car's front engine, you need weight at the front. Rear engine, you need weight at the rear.
Yeah.
But when you change that, it messes with all the other stuff, and then no one knows what to really do to like think. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask it that. Oh, I need to go to the suspension file. What am I doing? Suspension, and if I do wheelbase and CG location, I copy that. So I'm just gonna ask it this in 1400, and then I'll say correct this, right? Because I mean I could just go Google it myself. Okay, so it's 2348, so we'll have to change it slightly. And the CG location is 47. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in here. 348 and 0.47. So now we've set the car's data to have the correct wheelbase of the real life car. Now once it loads,
Okay,
I
so you
can
just
save
do
it.
it in Copilot.
Oh yeah, I just ask Copilot because it
You
can
just
just
ask
get
Copilot.
general information.
Okay,
Because
now I understand.
there's two sides of it. There's the data and then there's the car. I can have data of a
Yeah.
Ferrari and I can put a 3D model of an Uno. The game doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? They're both
Yeah.
Fiats.
It's like when Brandon made the GTA San Andreas tank flipping
Exactly.
lights of that, and then could never fix that.
So that means that they're connected, but they're not reliant on each other, if that makes sense. Like they're not like
Yeah.
the data will just do its own thing if the object doesn't match and stuff. So no, this should be right size. Like if I'm moving around here, this is correct. Like, but it's not going to be 100% correct. So now that I've done the data, if I go here and I say align with data, that's where my wheelbase is, or that's where my wheels should be, right?
Yeah.
So if I'll leave the car like this and I'll show you how to fix it unpacking this one. I won't save it, but I'll show you how to fix it because it's the same concept. But it is kind of wrong slightly. If we look at this, it doesn't match 100%. So if I go car, I want to drop the car down because I know that my suspension file, the car is not this high. So I'll change my graphics offset to bring it down to what I know the car kind of should be. So it's probably like 5.5. Yeah, like that. But you see the wheelbase is slightly
Okay,
off.
but
The
yeah.
back is perfect,
Yeah.
but the front isn't. So what I'll do is I'm going to say, okay, perfect, update model. Now I want to get this wheelbase like 100%, 100%. I'll unpack it. We got this. And now I'll do that thing
But
with
at
the
least from yeah,
duplicate.
that's actually all I needed to know
From,
because
yeah,
I know what
yes.
to do with all of yeah. I just needed to know how do you set your wheelbase so that I can
Okay.
know like so that I can like get it like realistically
Well, that's the
where it
thing.
should
If
be.
you have the wheelbase off, like it just doesn't drive the same.
Yeah,
So
I don't
anyone
want
that
to like
has that car
maybe
will be
for that
like, this
even
is
now.
cock.
Yeah, it's like a bit too big or a bit too small.
Exactly. Okay, so if we look at this now,
Yeah,
it's not 100%. So I'm going to do that thing. I'm going to select one node and one node, duplicate. Does this actually work? Steer HR, arrow speed. That's actually nice at these things. But anyway, okay, so I've duplicated that. I'm going to select everything except what I duplicated, because what you're duplicating, you're basically making your center of arch points, if that makes sense.
yeah,
So
yeah,
now
I
if I
can
move this car back, that's the center of that arch, but look, the back is it's still too big, the model, because that black line
Mm,
isn't. So if I scale it down a bit and I move it forward, okay, let's say the back is not in line, the front, it's still a bit too big. So now if I put the front, okay, front is in the center, okay, that's too small.
it's a bit too small now.
So that's tad, okay, so like kind of like here. You know, that one's kind of in
Yeah,
the center and that one's kind of in the center. If I just move it like, you can you can adjust your wheelbase by like 1 or 2 hundreds or thousands. It doesn't matter. But like having whole number changes, you'll feel a big difference. But I think this is like perfect here. So
yeah,
now that I know this is my wheelbase, I'm going to set this and I will delete these. Now, anything that will change in size in Assetto Corsa like these, we're going to say Control A and scale, because we're resetting the scale back to 1 now. Otherwise, when you say a line of data, the wheels are going to get smaller.
yeah.
So this is the way you do it. So you'll say sket scale. And your other thing is your steer HR and stuff also messes with that, I think. Like you got to be careful of messing this up. So I'm just going to set it to thing and just hope that I don't break it now. But do you understand the concept of what I mean about how to scale it now? You
Yeah,
get
I
the
understand now.
data and
Yes.
your real life information to set the points, and then you
Yeah,
just make the 3D model fit. Like,
yeah.
that's all you're doing. You're just
That's
trying to
actually what
make
I
it.
wanted to know. Yes. Yeah. How to set the data file so that I can set the 3D model.
Exactly. And setting
Because
the
I'm actually
wheelbase
done.
correct. And
I'm actually done with the Datsun, but I
yes.
just need to fit most out the dash tonight.
Oh,
Hopefully, I can fit the dash tonight.
yeah.
Because
Rion's
everything is
building
gonna
a
be proper there.
Corolla.
That's nice.
What Corolla? The old one.
Yes, the box one. The KE70.
Oh, 70.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
the
it's pretty dope.
K70.
But yeah,
But
so you
I'll
see how
send you
simple
through
this
the
is.
yeah, I'll send you through the Datsun when I'm done.
Oh, yeah, dope. And then I can
So
also,
maybe
if you
for like
want me to do any
testing.
adjustments, let me know and I can get people to test it as well.
Yeah, I'll also fit the light bar at the back
Oh, yeah,
of the car so that
that's
we
dope.
can like set up different like set up a light maybe to
So
change
with the
color.
EXT config, we
But
can do color switch. You can do pulsating lights, you know, like the new cars with the indicators and stuff.
yeah, yeah,
So all of that is
because
all.
I know I think we're gonna need that for the event when we do the
Yes, well,
maybe
that's
you
the
go
thing. You need to
live
see
now.
when people are braking. We'll fit them all in windows that you
Yeah,
have like
yeah,
sponsors on, like I did with the
yeah,
Sam.
yes.
But yeah.
Because we're gonna need to like when people vote, is it gonna be blue or is it gonna be red? Who's winning?
Yes.
Understand? So
Because the
we
thing
do need the
is,
lights.
if you want, it'd be kind of funny. You could, instead of having a car, have a drivable signboard, right?
Yeah.
And you press on the signboard and the signboard changes color, but it's like a drivable pillar or something. So like it
That's
comes
also
out
nice,
and
yes.
then it'll show like, blue or red or etc. etc. Because I mean that would
But
be
I
pretty
know
funny.
I'm thinking now real life now they must set up light bars in the back of each car. So or
When
LED
I
strips, I
am
can't remember
streaming
what they
it,
use.
I can do overlays by the way. So the stream will see it as
Okay.
well.
Yeah,
Like I've already
because we're gonna
accepted
need
that
that.
in all of these things, even Rion server, I'm not going to be driving. Like I'm creating
No, I
this.
don't
I'm
think.
helping. You know.
Yeah, I also think I'm not gonna drive because why? Because I already know how the track runs, so I
Well,
know what is where and how to do it. So I can't it can't join
I
the
won't
others.
compete, but I will, mess around.
Yeah,
Like at the
we
pre-show or
can have like
something.
we can do that. Yes,
We
because
come
I
out
wanted
as
it
the
to
event
ask you to.
coordinators in like a M2 or something. Okay, cool. It's loaded. So now I'll just say save car. You're not changing anything. And I'm going to save it over. I'm that confident. But you see the wheels like
I
alignment are not 100% correct. Like the front is wrong.
yeah,
I'm going to even go out of everything. Watch this. I'm going to fucking regret this.
but I think I can work from here on out. So I'll let you know how far I can get.
It looks like it's wrong.
It's
But
not.
anyway.
Oh, it's but to the front. Yes, the front. Yeah.
Yes. But you see how easy it is to do.
Yeah, I think I can work from here. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I can import that car tonight. I don't want to be up too late because why it's will still work tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta be up early as well. I just wanted to try and get the stream out, show you, get you all sorted, and then yeah, I'm probably gonna stop the live stream now.
Yeah, I
Started. I
think that
thought
will
you
work.
started ages ago. Or did you say
36
stop?
minutes. I'm gonna stop it soon.
You said start. You said start. You heard him say start. Really? You heard him say start.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna
He said
start
start.
stopping. There we go.
Good save. Good save.
I
But
think that
yeah,
will help a lot of people to set up the cars right.
no, 100%. I agree, and even
Yeah.
like just getting the damn wheels to work and stuff, like turn, because these wheels didn't turn before,
Yeah.
and I've got them now.
Yeah.
You can,
To turn and everything.
they
Yeah.
rotate, align with wheels,
Yeah.
and a set
Because I
rotation.
know this model needs a lot of work if you checked it correctly.
Uh,
Because there's like nothing in the back, nah. It needs the back,
yeah.
like the
So
part
we need
in
to
the
make a
inside.
like the rear bin inside area.
Yeah. But
But
the outside
Yeah.
was
what I'm gonna
and
do
stuff.
is I'm taking this one there,
Nah.
there,
Nah.
and
My brother. Nah.
I'm gonna take this one there,
That
and
one.
this
Yes.
inside piece.
It's good. Yeah.
And I'm gonna take
It's gonna
just
look
like
nice.
I'm gonna cut it out, and then I'm gonna mold it, just these indent pieces in, basically.
Why do you sound like me now? Because that's what I would have done now.
Because we're
Nah.
smart people. Why do you think we're the ones making these things?
Even the engine bay, I can remember I got an engine bay from someone, but I fitted an engine bay that's not even from the Datsun.
Exactly. I want to use
And
like
it's fitted.
an AE 86 engine bay or something for the Datsun because it looks quite similar-ish, like
Yeah.
that old school Corolla box.
Yeah, it will work.
Because
It will
currently,
work.
look at this. This
You're
is
just
like
gonna mess around.
poopy caca.
Yeah. Just mess around with the vertices, so yeah,
Yes,
will
just
fit
to
quickly.
think it. But no, 100%.
Because that's what I did with the Datsun now to fit the inside. Because there
Yes.
was nothing. You will see in that model that I send you, there's nothing on the inside.
You
So I
saw what I
thought a
did to
lineup to start with it.
the E30.
The
I
E30.
sent you the pic. I
Yeah, it
sent
looks
the
nice.
pictures. You see
I
how nice
forgot
it
to
is now,
reply.
eh?
I forgot.
Check it.
Yeah, it looks nice now.
So obviously, the main thing I wanted to do was sort out these rear light holes. Like, look how clean
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
Sort out
also
those
paintable. It's just black because if I just go here quickly, I'll show you.
You see, that's the only thing that we need now is the inside of the
back
boot.
holes.
I'm
You
gonna
see,
change
without
it
the
to just be
carpets
car
and stuff
paint
like that.
instead of carpet. I'm gonna make like a
Yeah,
delete, like
but
duplicate, make it a little bit
and
bigger, and
maybe
then texture it or something
put a hole in the middle and
for
then
like a spare tire, something, something, something.
yeah,
Just make
something
something
like that.
cool. So if I check here, if I go to this and I select, I need to just, okay, I'll just make it white just so you can see. And I'll take this off. Because obviously now you can see all of the white parts. So you take this piece here off. This is part of the plastics of the light, but check that. And then you take, is
Yeah,
it,
looks
oh,
clean.
it's this piece here. One second. There, check that.
Yeah.
And if I
Yeah.
hide this, I've done it in a way that
I think
you can see through it and
think
stuff. So it's,
I know a place. I think I know where I can find a place to see get like that boot
yes.
without the carpet. You see that?
If you can get me a model, I'll
I
fit
think
it.
I know where I can find.
100%.
I,
Look
I
how
think
nice the
someone
floor
had
came
one, so I
out.
can't find one. It looks nice. Now you just need the inner parts for the doors.
Do you know how long I spent moving these, stretching these pieces so that the wheels fit over the arches, so that they don't cover the doors and the seats and
I'm
everything?
I'm I'm just glad you found out the way I did it. I also like cut out everything and just use the floor. One part, that's
Jeez.
all.
I was
Just did
so
the floor
upset.
on its own because why to do it from a two door to a four door is a lot of work.
Exactly. But look at this.
I know how long you spent. Because that's what I did actually in LFS, but I lost
Oh,
that model. That's why I could never help you because I couldn't find the model anymore. The model is like gone. I
I
don't
did
have it. I
I
lost all
did
of my models.
the glove box delete on the original dash. Check. Bam.
Yeah, that looks nice. I actually need that. Do you know what's missing in the inside, ne?
What?
You see there where this thing is coming out, ne? You see the brake booster, ne? The back part of the
Yes.
brake booster. It actually comes most
It's
through the
there's it
car.
there. It's just not
It's
coming
there.
through. I can make it come through.
Yeah, we need something like to.
So
Yeah,
the other
because
thing I
normally
did,
when me and my friend goes turning,
sorry, the other thing I did was
um,
made sure that the firewall and stuff don't go through. Remember the old version? You could see part of the firewall.
yeah,
So this firewall doesn't
yeah,
interfere with the bonnet's firewall. So check. They're
yeah.
two separate, and I made sure that they like kind of like go like really close to each other and are like two separate sides of the thing.
You're gonna laugh at me when I say with the Datsun, ne? The firewall, ne? It's actually part of the inside. Like I made it part. There's no like firewall in the outside, just the
Yes.
inside.
Well, that's the thing. If
But
you
I need
don't
to
really
flick
see
it.
it, it's fine.
Yeah,
But
but I
now
need to
with
do it.
this,
I need.
but bruh, okay, I can take obviously this cock out because some people are not. They're not gonna have all this nonsense. It's like if you go full like bare, like look how cool it looks for like a bare interior. The bare necessities. But yeah. Anyways, let me stop the stream. Thank you to everyone that joined. I appreciate it. I hope everyone's having a
Ah,
lovely evening. Peace.